Oh my god, like, they judged you just because you did coke, but like, they don't even know you, like, that's the problem. I don't listen to him just, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, hey, what's up, you want me to help you make a computer or something? Uh, sure, just don't tell anybody, okay? Basically, on all my videos that I do that are related to building PCs, I always finish them off by saying, if you need help with anything, I'm just a comment away. And this guy said, I want a PC in the $500 to $550 price bracket, and I wanted to have the FX 6300 and the new R7 265, which, if you don't know, it's pretty obvious. It's between the R7 260 and the R9 270, hence 65. So, alright, I'll do that for you. I'm gonna run through the build of the computer pretty quick because I wanted to touch more on the GPUs, because I said, it's too bad that Nvidia doesn't have a competing card at this price point, except that Nvidia does have a card at this price point that competes directly. Like, these cards you'll see towards the end of the video will go head to head, and it's gonna be crazy. So let me run through the build of this guy's computer real quick. You got the FX 6300. This is the CPU that I have in my personal computer, and let me tell you, 6 cores, 4.1 boost clock. It is amazing. The motherboard is the ASRock 960 GM US U3S, whatever, fuck it, just look it up. I've used this before for the reason that it has USB 3 on the back, and it's the price, you're just not gonna beat it for an AM3 plus socket. Okay, so the RAM is, the prices are going pretty crazy, but this is the Team Vulcan 8GB. Prices for RAM are always going up and down, so I mean, day by day they go up and down, so you're really gonna have to keep a close eye on it. So if you're watching this video in 5 minutes after I put it up, then you know, chances are they probably raised it or dropped it by $1 million. Your hard drive, same kind of story, it goes up and down every now and then. So $59.99 for the Western Digital 1TB, 7200 RPM, a lot of storage, and it's fast. Just don't ask anybody with an SSD. It's fast, trust me. And oh, he also said in the video, in the comment of my video, that he wanted a 500 watt power supply, and this is an 80 plus power supply. It's not bronze or anything like that, but it is 80 plus certified. It is 500 watts. It's by Coolmax, and I don't know, man, if you don't trust it, the next best thing that's 80 plus bronze from another brand like Cooler Master or something like that, or Corsair, it's 20 bucks more. So I'm just trying to save you 20 bucks, but if you have an extra $20, you can always go for that that other PSU. The case, this is something that I wanted to change up a little bit, because for all my builds I go for the Core 1000 by Fractal Design, because it's just, I love it. But I said, you know, let me be adventurous here and look for something that's even lower, that does not sacrifice airflow, and I found it. Now, first of all, you guys can already tell this computer looks like somebody bought it, or the case looks like somebody bought it, took it home, tried to mod it, and like gave up halfway through. Like, this thing looks fucking terrible. But as you can see here, you have a 120 mil exhaust fan in the back, and you got that sexy grill in the front. I think it actually looks pretty good. If it would have been all like one color, like if it would be all black, it would look pretty good. And then if we look at the specs, where's the cooling system? So you got a rear 120 exhaust fan, which is already included, but if you have an old computer, you can add a 120 in the front and 2 120s on the side. This is even better, or it potentially better cooling than the Core 1000. So I may have just found my new baby here for when I, you know, for when I recommend this stuff. And there's also a white version. Maybe they have it in the related fuck it, whatever. There's one that you can look up on Newegg that, you know what, I can do it right here. Copy and paste, which is what I do for all my homework. And of course my internet. See, here we go. So if you think this looks better, I think they both look shit, but you know, it's up to you. Now, like I said, the big thing about this build, and it's not even about this build in particular, but it's for, you know, lower end systems. The competing card for you from now on, at least for the next couple months, is gonna be the AMD R7 265 versus the Nvidia GTX 750 Ti. And they're both, see, here's the thing, they're both exactly the same price theoretically, because their MSRP are both at $149.99. And before I get into benchmarks and stuff like that I found on the internet, I just want to say that this is for the stock cards. This is not for, you know, aftermarket type of manufacturers like EVGA and Asus and MSI and Gigabyte and all these kind of people, because you are gonna have to pay more for the extra cooling, and that will also affect price as well as performance. So keep that in mind. But here are the benchmarks. So for BioShock Infinite at 1080, the 750 Ti gets 59 point something, so about 60 frames. For BioShock Infinite, you get about the same thing. So the the 265 2GB is the darkest line, and it's you know, it goes up and down, and it's sitting about that same average FPS. For Battlefield 4, the 750 Ti gets 33.5 frames, and the 265 gets about 33 motherfucking frames. It's you know, maybe 34, you could call it 34, because it doesn't really drop towards the end here, but you know, again, it's like they're going head to head right now, they're duking it out. And for Crysis 3, the GPU melter, as I like to call it, the 750 Ti gets 37.75 frames per second. And before I get to the AMD card, AMD cards usually are known for, or AMD products in general, that means GPUs and CPUs, are known for kings of the lower end. So this is what surprised me, is that it's like 25 and then it never comes back up. It goes all the way down to below 20. So your FPS would be maybe about 22 frames per second. So it looks like, from these benchmarks that I found on the internet, from PC Perspective and Tech of Tomorrow, which are two, you know, content creators and whatever you want to call them, these are companies that I trust. Maybe once they come out with aftermarket coolers, like I said, maybe things will change, and some manufacturer's going to come out with a cooler that just, you know, the super clock version or something that makes one card way faster than the other, and then there's no competition. Also, what you need to take into consideration is if you want certain technologies that Nvidia or AMD implement, like, you know, G-Sync, which it does something with your monitor that allows you to not tear and not do all sorts of things. There's Mantle, which technically could be used for Nvidia, but AMD invented it, and I think that AMD is probably too proud to use it, even though AMD said that any company is free to use it. All these sorts of things. Maybe there's like a bundle that's gonna come out with one that you can get, you know, 2 games for free or something like that. So take all that stuff into consideration when picking out the card, because the 750 Ti, you can find it and purchase it right now on Newegg, but the 265, it's still not on, it's still not for sale. It's going to be towards the end of this month, so towards March you'll be able to go on Newegg and compare and contrast, and maybe I'll do a video then. But yeah, the conclusion for what video card you're going to get is, it's really up to you. you know, maybe you want to wait till the 265 comes out, because it's not even out yet. But from the benchmarks that I saw, the stock cards with no aftermarket cooling systems, the Nvidia card's just better, at least if you want to play Crysis 3 at high settings. So yeah, there you go. That's the ultimate battle between the 265 and the 750 Ti. So for my guy over here who made the comment and said, I want this system to have the 265, you might be better off with the 750 Ti. But if you're really convinced with the AMD card and you have faith in it, as far as, you know, how good it's gonna run and what technologies you want, then go for it, man. It's up to you, because they're really neck and neck. It's really up to you. But anyways, just like I tell everybody at the end of every video, just let me know if you want to receive help from me for a build that you want for a computer. Just give me a price point and whatever hardware you want, and you know, whatever games or whatever you want to run, and I'll see if I can help you out. Consider subscribing and doing all that gay shit, and I'll see you later. Peace.